Hello everybody, I'm the YO.L.O. Welcome to the Y.O.L.O podcast. Stands for you only listen once. Because let's be honest, how many times do you listen to a podcast? Once. No one listens to the same one twice. Or in this case, mine ever. Alright, let's see if we can get through this without it crashing. I'm sore as shit. Echo, what is up, my man? I was just giving filler so everyone who's going to come here can get here and won't miss nothing. But yeah, I'm sore as shit. Just that little movement sucks. I just started going back to the gym, and I like to have killed my damn self. Oh shit. But yeah, I'm trying to get back in shape. I'm trying to just cut down and tone myself, because I may or may not be attempting my hand at a sport that we kind of love. Yep. Like, my thighs and my shoulders feel like if you took a piece of shit, put it in a microwave and slung it against a wall. But yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure y'all two are going to be the only ones joining here tonight. So I guess we can go ahead and get into it. AEW Revolution was a fucking banger of a show. I only caught the ass end of the pre-show because it's the fucking pre-show. And, yeah, House of Black, gotta win. Cool. I have not really cared for much of anything with the House of Black. I think that they're just too much. I need to work out too. Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm hitting the gym not only to cut back, because I may or may not be throwing my hat in the ring with the rest of my body. But that's besides the point. We'll talk to that if it happens. But yeah, it opens up with Kingston and Jericho. I have really disliked Jericho for a minute now, just because he's just been leeching like off MJF and just like the shit he has done has just not been good. None of it. But then he starts feuding with Kingston, and it's, is he going to leech off him? And it was a slow build to their match. Nothing too crazy. Nothing really. Just minor things that I wouldn't call crazy. But then tonight was a fucking match. Jericho and Kingston, good back and forward. They start with the fucking chop. Ow. My damn shoulders suck right now. Started back with the chops. I love the fact that every time Jericho got chopped, he would just, oh fuck, like it just sold like death. And then fucking Kingston got chopped. Really? That's it. Okay. And it was just a really good back and forward. A couple of times I thought Jericho was actually going to win, but like deep down I knew that Kingston with the win was going to happen, just because that's what they was leading it to. But I did not like the fact that it also took like 3 of his finishers. Like, it took 3 of those spinning backhands, and that kind of just really, that was like, really? But okay, as long as you got the win, he got the win. Wait, that's my music, right? Oh, shit. And Jericho was going to shake his hand, and it's like, Eddie's like, oh, I won. Wait a minute, I won. I can do this once. Shake my hand, cunt. And then Jericho gets up, and he goes to shake his hand, and I can't do it, and walks off. The only reason I really hate that is because it steals the spotlight from Kingston once again. Because instead of everyone going home with, oh my god, Eddie Kingston got the win, he finally can win the big one, where does he go from this? Now the story and the question is, why didn't Jericho shake his hand, and where are we going from this point? And it's like, what the fuck ever, dude. Like, you had a really good match. Stop doing that fucking line saw, because you was like a couple inches away from jamming your fucking knee into dude's face, which is deadly. And so yeah, I thought it was a solid 4-star match. Like, it was killer. And now I'm gonna see what chat has to say, and then we'll go on. I hate my constant kickouts. Yeah. Yeah, but because Jericho got into shape short amount of time, people are bitching. No, I'm actually really glad Jericho got out of shape, because, like I said, Chris Jericho can be great. When he first left WWE and went to New Japan and AEW, and when he was world champion, it was great. And he lost it, and his mind went with him, and he did a lot of stupid shit. But this whole Kingston thing was fine until, literally, I can't do it, and just steals the spotlight once a fucking again for no fucking reason. Some people point out actors do the same thing in a short amount of time. Jericho's been heel. He's the only one that doesn't see him as heel. Yeah, people sing the song with him, but everyone also went, Joe. And sang Sammy. Just because people like a song doesn't mean they like you. Like, I don't think I like Eminem as a person, but I love his music, if you see what I'm saying. But like, no, Chris Jericho is like top 3 heels right now, even if he doesn't want to admit it. Jericho, he can do anything besides put someone else all the way over and go 2 or 3 feuds in a row without being stupid as shit. I don't know anything about wrestling, but I feel like he didn't shake his hand just because he got mad in a bad sport. Pretty fucking much. That's exactly what it was, and it pissed me off. He was looking like he was hitting the bar and spending time at the gym. I like Jericho. Yeah, like, Jericho's a face, that's fine, but like, just lately, like the feud with 2.0, Danny Garcia, the whole thing with MJF just has had me, like, Jericho has been in my like lower 5 for like the longest now. But like, this was one of his better matches that he's had ever since he got old and gained a little weight. I'm gonna put this up because this is pissing me off now that I can see it. But yeah, like I said, a solid 4-star match. It had a good story. And now, another thing, I watched with my grandpa. I won the predictions, by the way. Ha ha! Fuck you, Gramps. But it's the fact that everyone was saying, and including Eddie Kingston, you're just trying to ride my coattails because I'm hot right now. And everyone else said that. Yeah, that he was stealing spotlight. He saw relevance and then attached himself to it because he had the name value. Like, even, like, Eddie Kingston, what he would do really good if he got into a back and forward one time and he saw that he might not losing, finger to the eye, and it popped the crowd. Jericho abused this man's eyeball like Michael Jackson abused the fuck out of his fucking crotch. Like Eddie Kingston couldn't even pull off one of his own moves just because Jericho won it. Like, even if Jericho's heel, that's fine. Like, and just spoiler alert for anyone watching this as a video. First of all, you're a fucking Chad if you're watching this whole thing as a video. Second of all, we will not be talking about the women's matches because I think AEW's women's division needs a lot of work. There's like 2 people that I will go out of my way to watch, but tonight didn't really. Britt Baker's great, and she's over as hell, but Thunder Rosa just isn't doing it for me, but we'll get to that later. Eddie was left in the win after Mox went to rehab. Mox was already getting over and then flourished when Mox went to rehab. And shout out Mox for actually getting to rehab. Eddie was working with Mox and Homicide. Wait, what? No. Well, Kingston isn't really the main event that can make it. Are you... Cody, that is absolutely absurd, my guy. I mean, like, I'm not trying to sound disrespectful, but the crowd loves him. You don't see you can't look at one shot of the crowd and not see at least 3 of his shirts. Hell, he even has a hand sign, whatever the fuck that means. I'm probably gonna get shot by Crips now, but that's besides the... Wait, no, New York is Crips, I think. I don't fucking know. But yeah, like, as soon as Kingston, like, I did notice though, like, I'm not gonna, like, just, like, if I say the good, I also have to acknowledge the bad. He has had, like, a little bit of, like, gut extension. Like, I'm not even saying lose the gut completely, because, like, there's plenty of great wrestlers that have, like, a gut. Like Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens. But, like, when he pulled the straps down, was, like, kind of noticeably, like, it... Like, give him like 2 more great feuds, and he could have a TNT or world title run like nothing else. Both AEW and WWE division sucks. Impact is better. I will never watch Impact for the longest. I'm still offended by that fucking Wrestle House garbage shit. Reality show within a somewhat reality show. That pissed me off. But yeah, I do know that they have, like, the Iconics, or what are they calling themselves now? Inspiration. Mickey James. That's about all I know, which is a great set of talent. But WWE, like, even though they booked them bad, they still have... Like, I really like Sonya Deville, Asuka, Charlotte, Becky, Bayley. I will say Sasha. I dislike her. But people, like, undeniably love her, and it's moves, so that's star power. Same with Ronda. I dislike the shit out of Ronda, but I will put her in a good name. Like, I don't... Io Shirai, like... WWE's women's division is fucking stickety stacked. They just don't know how to book. But, like, the only couple of women I do like in AEW, Britt Baker, because hell of a promo. Damn, is Britt Baker the only AEW woman I like? She might. I know Mercedes Martinez went there, but that. AEW pushes younger guys to the top, and Eddie's not a younger guy. All of their champions are, besides Hangman, have been pretty old. Like, I know Mox has got to be like mid-30s, Jericho's 40-something, and Omega's like, I think he's like, if he's not 40, he's like 41 or somewhere around there. They got some new girl on WWE who's all ass. I seen that. I seen that. I know what you're talking about, Echo. That's been all over my Instagram. But still, though, like, age doesn't really matter if they can still go, still talk, still sell. And I don't mean moves. Well, I do, but you know what I mean. That would go into work category. But like Eddie Kingston with his style, because he doesn't do like a lot of flips. Like, the only like real like crazy thing he does is like the one-legged enziguri. What the fuck was it? I hate Excalibur to fucking death because it's a Gamangiri! Like, he just, like when, like later on when, Hangman did that moonsault off the top. Most people know that. Top row moonsault. But he's like, it's, oh my god, go, ching chang, moonsault. I'm like, what the fuck? Just call that shit a moonsault. No wonder JR hates your ass. Yeah. Like her and Naomi, I need them in a fight. But after the I'm losing my memory. What was after? Did it? Who else? Just by show of talk in the comment section chat. Who all watched Revolution? Maggie Cole. X screwed up when he was calling. I mean, Eric Rowan. I don't know. I watched highlights. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to go over the show chronologically. So after Eddie and Kingston, I believe it was the tag team title match. Hold on. I can pull this up. I follow a guy on Instagram who, because I don't buy WWE pay-per-views and I refuse to use Peacock, so I just use him to go over my my pay-per-views for me. And I want to go over this in chronological order, just because I want to do it right. Yeah, it was the tag. No. Yeah, it was the. Okay, what can I say about the tag team match? That's how JBL said it when he called me. But the tag match was not too stupid. No, it's not, like, even if I didn't have to pay for Peacock, if it was free, if someone paid me to use Peacock, I wouldn't use it. First impression pissed me off. But yeah, it was Red Dragon, the Not So Young Bucks, and Jurassic Express. The proper way to do a trios, like a 3 teams of 2 match, one member from each team in the ring. I never in my life will understand the logic of there's 3 teams, 2 people in the ring. So at one point or like throughout the match, there will be one team just chilling. If I'm being logical, me and my partner, we're just going to chill on the outside, let the other teams kill themselves. And then whenever they go for come to us for attack, I'm jumping the fuck off and not getting tagged in until like they hit a big ass finisher. I'll run in, jump the ship, throw them out, drag someone over, tag myself in, hit my move, get the pin. That's why it always makes sense if there's everybody in the ring at the same, like one member from each team. AEW has the best tag team division, but the worst people running it. Because weekly we see people from Dark Order, which if they was on Rampage, I think that would be fine because Rampage isn't all that serious. But we see Dark Order, 6'5" guy wearing a fucking dinosaur mask, and the Young Bucks almost every other week. But yet we barely see FTR, which is one of my favorite tag teams and just one of the best tag teams. The Briscoes are still on, like, at their chicken farm. And, like, Varsity Blondes was picking up steam, and then House of Black, and, like, this is going to be an unpopular as fuck opinion, from the Yellow Army. But I'll never say something that I don't believe in just to make people happy. I am sick of the Lucha Brothers. I am sick of the House of Black already. But it's not the fact that they're not athletic. They're very athletic. Just half the shit they do just isn't logical. So many fucking pile drivers. So many kickouts. Nobody knows who's the legal man half the time. Like, what is AEW's, like, DQ count for tag teams? Did they ever change it to, like, 10 or 8 or... Because I've always known it to be 5. And I saw, what was Rick Knox, fucking corpse ref, whenever he was counting for the Young... Yeah, it was the Young Bucks, because that was before they did the flipping net breaker onto the backbreaker spot. I saw 1, 2, 3. I was like, oh my god, he's actually counting. Are we actually going to get rules? 4, 5. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? 6. So I was like, what? What? Okay. Where is top? See, I don't care for Top Flight. Just because, like, I need more personality than just moves. Like, FTR has both. The Acclaim. Like, even if you don't like the rapping, they don't do it fast enough to where you're just completely lost, and it's still an insult, but in rap form. And you got one guy that's really big as fuck, that has a lot of energy, and the other guy that's about to just disrespect and kill you before the match. Why are they being in singles matches a lot? What did Anthony Bowen say to piss somebody off? Because I've seen them in more singles than tag matches here lately, and that's absolutely fucking stupid. Like, if I had to put a top 5 on my tag teams in AEW, FTR's at top, The Acclaimed, Red Dragon, absolutely Red Dragon. I even liked Varsity Blondes for a little bit. And guilty as charged, I do like 2.0. Just because they get it. They understand their role. They're there to talk shit, then get hit, and then make the other ones look legit. Tony won't let them boys in AEW because of the Bucks. Yeah, you damn right. I believe you talked a little about this on your show that you did the other day. Like, instead of seeing goofy ass dinosaurs and fucking Dark Order and just all this other like flippy shit that, like, if I'm Adam Cole, I'm pissed off as fuck 24/7, and I don't even like the stock. Like, the YOLO Army stock in Adam Cole has dripped ever since that Orange Cassidy shit. And unpopular opinion as fuck, I'm sick and fucking tired of Orange Cassidy. I would, like, when we get to the ladder match segment, I will talk about, like, because he did have some stuff that I liked. Because I don't hate just to hate. I can admit when someone that I do not like in ring does something good in ring, or if someone that doesn't usually talk good has a good line. Like, I don't care for Sasha Banks, me personally, but against Ronda Rousey, she has had the best one-on-one match. I wouldn't consider Sasha in my top 5 favorite women of all time, but she has had the best match with Ronda Rousey, in my opinion. But we'll get to Orange Cassidy and that shit later. Top Flight had good matches with the Young Bucks, showing that it's good but need work. The Young Bucks are making me hate tag teams. Yeah. Like, and it's not even the fact that they're heels and we like them. It's the fact that they're just, every match is exactly the same. There's so many stupid shit that don't make sense. like, I can understand a dive or two, but I can't understand a couple of Canadian destroyers. Because let's break down the actual logic of a Canadian destroyer. Because the four, like, first of all, unless you're just that fucking guy, unless you're that guy, you're not going to be able to jump and lift a human being just with your thighs and your grip. You can drag them with the momentum, of course, but the logic of the move itself in pro wrestling is that you're sending a guy, jerking them back, and then dropping them on the top of the head. Not only disorientating them, but dropping them on their fucking head. Stunning. Fucking them up. And every time it's a kick out at 2, and you're surprised. What? Oh, he hits him up with a destroyer. 1, 2. Oh my god, how did that not beat him? Because it never fucking does. That shit pisses me off. And if I was Adam Cole, I would be furious with everybody because everybody does them. Like, if I had to take a shot for every Canadian destroyer or pile driver I saw that didn't end a match, I would be dead of alcohol poisoning. But yeah, but going back to the trio match for the tag belts, I thought it was a really good match. Not really good, but really good for the Young Bucks. For what they previously pissed me off. At the end, it got a little fuck you to me. They started off decent. Red Dragon, always great. Luchasaurus even look good. I can't stand... I'm still Jim Cornette's here, Dino Douche. I really do not like Luchasaurus. Just because from the neck down, you see this big ass 6'5" angry tattooed looking like this man looks like he'd fuck you up. And then you get to the mask and the tongue, and it's like fuck off. And all he does now is like try to growl and shit. You're not following your own rules, because if you go all the way back, like a really far way back when Jungle Boy was feuding with Jericho, he grabbed a mic from rather Jericho or Jungle Boy, and he went to growl. He said, "You think I sound like that? I have a PhD." And now you growl ever since that? You kind of... Match was good. It was decent. I loved it when I will never understand the logic of the triple threat evil alliance. Okay, yeah, we're gonna beat the shit out of them. Like, okay, that's part 1 of your plan. Because if you're both beating the shit out of a guy, when does it turn into yeah, okay, then we're gonna fight each other? But no, we gotta beat him. Like, I never understand the planning after. Doesn't really make sense to me. But yeah, Kyle O'Reilly broke it up from Nick Jackson from getting the pin, and he's like, "What are you doing, dude?" Like, Kyle O'Reilly's great. When they was a double teaming, I think it was Jungle Boy. You know, when they kept Bobby would throw a forearm, Kyle would do a knee. Kyle ran up, "My turn, knee." Fucking love that shit. My turn, bitch. Like, it's just like the jock move to do, which I fucking love. And another one when no, it was Nick that went for the pin first. Kyle broke it up. Like, what are you doing, dude? And then when Kyle went for the pin and Nick broke it up, he's like, "Oh, I forgot." Kyle's fucking great. He's not as serious as he once was, like when he was in this NXT run, but I still fucking love Kyle. And there was a couple of times where I thought Young Bucks was going to win, but of course I had Jurassic Express winning. Decent match. I'd give it a 2.5. That is very fair for a Young Bucks match. Now let me get caught up on chat. AEW should see Chris Hero and Cesaro. Yeah, that would be great. Because the only real problem with Chris Hero, Cassius Ohno, he just needs to lose a little belly. That's it. I'm more of a mark for them boys than them Bucks. For fucking sure. I've only watched one Briscoes match, and I understand that they're better than the Young Bucks. BRB, wonder how long Ronda will last before she... Yeah, fuck Ronda. Everyone seems to be using the Destroyer. Everybody. From Dustin Rhodes, Luchasaurus, fucking one of the Midnight Express members, Young Bucks, Lucha Bros. I'm pretty sure Sammy Guevara has. Everybody. And it pisses me off. Because what is the point of doing some move that should end the match if anyone can do it? Petey Williams does it better. When Petey did shit was awesome, but now everyone using it, kicking out makes it look weak. Yep. Big gay. We have Luchasaurus because of Lucha Underground. It was a three-way elimination match. It would have been better. I was watching Lucha Underground earlier. I can't even spell. I read everything without noticing the misspells. That is a day-old beard. I'm not going to drink, but okay, but yeah, like, trio tag team match, 2 out of 5. No, 2.5 out of 5. No, if normally I would give it a 2. But Kyle O'Reilly is always fucking gold. Now, because I don't remember what happened next, I go to fun. Okay, the 7-way, was it 7 or 6? I don't know. I'm not doing math. I am going to take this hoodie off, though, and show how fat I am. I have a shirt under here, so don't even type. Oh my God, it's hot. But then we got to the 7 and or 6. Ow! I'm so fucking sore. Ladder match, and first of all, I haven't got to talk about this, but WWE are dropping, not WWE, AEW are dropping the ball with Keith Lee for putting him in a ladder match for his 3rd match. This is a big man who is athletic, yes. He has no business in a fucking ladder match. Because his strength is throwing people and having good matches. Wrestling matches. Not ladder matches, wrestling matches. But this was pretty good. I did hate that Keith Lee was in the match. I hated that Hobbs was in the match. Wardlow, I didn't mind. 1 big man per ladder match is fine. 6 person, the big ass brass ring. Yeah, I do dislike the fact they're still doing the brass ring thing. Just because, like, if it was a one-off, like for one pay-per-view, that would be funny. People would look back. Remember the one time where where everyone was talking about the brass ring because that's what Vince McMahon kept telling everyone to grab, and AEW actually did it. Ha ha, knee slapper. That was pretty funny. But now it's like you're making a meme of your enemy into your actual line of work, and that's kind of stupid. Whatever. Everyone will find Christian Cage looked good as the veteran. And then it looked like a big meaty man, but just slap meat with Keith Lee, Wardlow, and Powerhouse Hobbs all in the ring. Which I wouldn't have done this too soon because, like I said, Keith Lee hasn't been on enough and hasn't been like around. Neither has Hobbs to like be building to this dream match. And then Orange Cassidy sneaks in and gets in between them. And then I looked at my grandpa, and I almost had to fucking leave the room because how pissed I was. He just does this little pisses me off. Everyone works their ass off to in wrestling, and he does bare minimum. he's over, so why not? Fuck, it's a matter of opinion. You're watching this for opinion. Because you can't do this without facts. I mean, you could mathematically, by sales and numbers, determine if you like somebody or not. This is pure opinion. But yeah, so he does his little to everyone. Hobbs and Wardlow go to rush him. He ducks, and Keith Lee has both of them in the front face lock. Orange tries to climb, which I did find good. You know, why not? He ain't gonna be able to reach it, but might as well try. It's better than getting fucked by 3 big meaty men. Some more shit happened. The story of it was that it took Wardlow and Hobbs to battle Keith Lee, which I'm like, okay, that's cool. Instead of them going back and forward, Cage gets taken out. Wardlow pushes Lee and Hobbs off the stage, takes them out. Orange Cassidy gets taken out. And then it's down to Wardlow and Ricky Starks. Absolute baby. Shit, he from Louisiana, so I kind of root for him secretly, but not out loud. He powerbombs onto a ladder. Now looks stiff and awkward on his neck. Poor Ricky Starks' neck. Wardlow wins because that was like the most obvious match for me to call tonight. Like, besides the main event, the title match, this was the easiest match to call. Let me get caught up in chat. AW knew Wardlow was going to win, so he could feud. Yep. Indeed. Saw Danhausen was... Yeah, like... I'm partly in the know of with Danhausen just because of Jim Cornette. But they have explained absolutely nothing on commentary, on promos. Like, who is Danhausen? What is Danhausen? And the fact that he's putting curses and spells and people with like, I can see if it was like a comedy thing with like 2.0 and Danhausen, but there was names in there. Keith Lee was in there, Wardlow was in there, Hobbs, Christian Cage. Well, his name drops because of Luchasaurus, but there was some serious names in there. And Danhausen, I'm like, you haven't really done anything. You're just coming out making weird noises. I'm pretty sure you're nutting on yourself, and you're collecting a paycheck. Okay. Sure, whatever. Wardlow wins. I'd give that a solid 3.5. What was the next match? Oh yeah, they did announce that the FKA, formerly known as Isaiah Swerve Scott, now Shane Swerve Strickland, and from NXT, I've always had a little soft spot in my heart for Swerve. I thought he was really talented, just needed a good finisher to get himself over. And I thought he was good. I didn't care for the hit row stuff. Everyone else did, but that's a matter of opinion. I didn't know he was just fucking over with the fans because everyone was like, didn't even let him get his catchphrase out. This dude was fucking over, and I can't wait to see what happens. Next, Jade defeated Tay Conti. Didn't really watch it. Holy fucking shit. Next match. Let me get caught up in chat real quick. I need the vlogs. You see Vanhausen. The next match, CM Punk versus MJF, dog collar match. I'm late and also missed the show. I'm going to do my best to go along with it happening. Welcome, Lucas WWE, the main role. Yeah. So, this was the match that I bought the pay-per-view for. I didn't give a shit about Hangman and Cole. I didn't give a shit about the tag. Not the women. Sure as fuck not that six-man tornado tag match. MJF, CM Punk is the match I bought for. This has been the greatest rivalry in AEW history. There's not been a better one. And for me, like, thinking back to it, I can't remember the last time I was this into a rivalry. Like, I'm struggling to think back. Like, I think it was Roman and Jay was the last time I was, like, disinvested. No. Because this has, like, been one of the only times in the past years that I've been this invested in a fucking story. This was fucking great. From MJF's promos to when they first got in the ring, when he cheated to beat him twice in one night. Jericho, take notes. Remember, this is how you really got over. I'm the one who beat Jericho and The Rock in the same fucking night. He beat CM Punk twice in one night. But they continued to feud, yes, because this has been good. Both men have been 5 stars on the mic. And then MJF gave that really heartfelt apology, like, I was bullied, and people, how did the fucking phrase go? How did the phrase go? Hurt people just hurt people. And, like, that's the whole thing. Like, MJF has only been evil because CM Punk left him when he most needed an icon. And then MJF went to hug Punk, kicked him in the nuts, hung his ass with a chain, and, like, had him fucking bulging and gashed. And I was like, holy shit. I feel sorry for everyone else on this card, because you're not gonna, like, this. I was pissed when I figured out this wasn't even, like, close to the main event, which it couldn't have been, because of course not. There's a mosquito hawk stuck in a fucking spiderweb up here. But, like, everything leading up to it, the first match, has been my favorite. I don't like to throw around my favorite a lot. This has been my favorite thing to watch lately. And then, the hits from my Cola personalities. And people are getting, yeah, it's CM Punk. The MJF music hits, and MJF is probably, like, if not my favorite, but in my top 3 favorite wrestlers of all time right now, alive currently, that's still active. That's a list for a whole different day. I don't even know if y'all want to see. And I'm not, like, intentionally ignoring chat. I just know if I keep reading every time one comes up, I'll never get through a thought. So I'm just going to get through my thoughts and then catch up with chat. Sound good? Sound good. But yeah, like, MJF comes out, and it goes quiet. A song I've never heard before, because I've only watched a couple of CM Punk's Ring of Honor matches. And a couple people picked up that it was CM Punk's Ring of Honor theme song. He comes up, has the old trunks on, everything. I was like, okay. After I put 2 and 2 together and figured out that's what he did, now since they own Ring of Honor now, which I will get to later. I'm not forgetting that. But then they're in the ring. Neither man takes their eyes off each other. They, like, you can just feel it in the fucking room. And then the only thing that I will say is that when you're putting on the dog collar, just have 2 referees. Cause that looked awkward as shit. I'm gonna tie you up. Then I'm gonna tie you up. Why not just get them both tied at the same time? But yeah, the bell rings, and CM Punk is reaching the chain. I'ma come for that ass, boy. And MJF's like trying to lean back. I'm like, why not grab the chain? He was trying. He was letting CM Punk get slacking. And as soon as he got close enough and went down for another one, takes the chain, pops him in the face, and MJF goes on the assault. Like, I wonder if he's going to get in trouble for what I'm about to say, because I don't know if this was before or after he busted him open. I want to say it was before, but it could have been after. But I know he was just beating the dog dick off CM Punk. And I did like before. Wait, I'm getting out of order because I fucking absolutely loved this from CM Punk and MJF. MJF's used to getting a cheap shot off and then going outside the ring to piss his opponent off. He tries to go outside the ring after getting a cheap shot, choked back into the ring. And so he takes some more stuff, gets another cheap shot, gets outside the ring, gets choked back in. Because he's never been in a dog collar match. He's not used to it. Neither has Punk, but he's the veteran. And but then, I believe that's about when MJF takes the offense. He gets outside the ring, and he yells, "Give me a fucking mic!" And everyone in the front row is like, "Oh." And I wonder if Tony Khan's actually going to be mad at that or not. Because that was very audible, but it was very real, and I love it. Oh, and MJF and CM Punk can feud for the rest of eternity for all I care. They're so good. Why can't all of wrestling be like this? Why do we have to see Young Bucks and stupid shit magic powers? Why can't we just have pro wrestling? Two men with a difference just trying to beat each other to get over it and it be real and have logic. He stands in the ring, kneels over his prey. Now I'm going to give you an opportunity to say you fuck. He didn't say. Don't quote me verbatim, but he's like, I'm gonna give you the chance to quit just like you did all them years ago. Puts Mike in mouth. Eat shit. And my grandpa finished up the line. When Punk said, "Eat shit." My grandpa said, "And like it too." No, it was rather that, my grandpa or Jim Ross. Either way, two old men. But, and it just goes back and forward, just bloody. Punk is just dripping in blood at this point. And it looks brutal. Then he gets, MJF eventually gets lashes with the chain, and you see instant indent and small amounts of bleeding from Punk's back. Punk, I will say, brother, your heart got in the way of the match, because you could tell when he was giving MJF his lashes, if you're going to hit somebody with, what the fuck is this? This is just a random piece of plastic. Fuck off. But when you're whipping somebody with a belt or anything like that, you want to get this part of it, over here, because that has the most force. He was hitting them by the wrist, which I imagine still hurt, but it looked like he was going out of your way to make sure he didn't get too badly. But yeah, MJF works on the knee. CM Punk works on his hand. And it's going great. It's if you haven't seen it, I would go out of my way, like I did tonight, to see this fucking match. This, in my opinion, is what pro wrestling needs to be at the end of a big feud. I could literally talk about this for the rest of the time, but we have other stuff to talk to. So, when I saw MJF going for the bag, I was like, okay, this doesn't need it. The chain's already got both of you busted. Why? It's just why? Tony Schiavone saved it for me, though, when he was like, oh my god, MJF must have put that there earlier. That makes this a premeditated assault. I'm like, you know what? That's fair, logical. And here's where I start to pay attention, because just wrestling coincidences, or, you know, are just tropes at this point. I like to call them coincidences because I am a kayfabe man. I like my kayfabe to the day I die. If you set up a table, you just so happen to go through it. If you set up a like anything, you just so happen to go through it. Whoever gets set through the thumbtacks loses the match. Like in my memory, I have not saw anyone get put in the thumbtacks and win. So when I see the thumbtacks, I'm like, oh, they're gonna spoil who wins with this shit. And then they pours them in the ring, and you think that Punk's going through them. No, you're thinking they faked you out. Well, didn't fake me out. With Punk going through them, then you thought MJF was sure enough about to go through them, and then they get superplexed, and CM Punk's ass gets put through. They was just off by like a couple of inches. MJF caught a couple in his arm and shit. But yeah, they did have one hiccup with the rope. MJF got in, got out, got in, rolled under. But he was quick about it. And, you know, gave Punk a couple of shots to keep the match alive. But I believe it was after the superplex that Wardlow! And I'm like, this is whether we're going to pull the trigger or get the chamber loaded. Wardlow's coming out. He's like, wait a minute. Check. He's like, I can't find it, Max. CM Punk. GTS into the text. Fuck. That shit. Because he falls flat back and he's just selling like it. That's not even selling. I guarantee you that's what he feels. He might have just done just maybe a small bit of extra. But then Wardlow's what? Oh, I found it. MJ, you still want it? Oh, hey, Punk. I'm going to leave this here. Turn my back now. Punk hits him with the ring. 1, 2, 3. Really MJF's first definitive loss. The only other ones I could think, Mox did choke him out, but there wasn't a tap or a pin. Really, because that's not giving up or getting defeated. That's just a cheap way to win. And then the disqualifications with CM Punk attacking whoever was in the ring. And so really this was MJF's first actual defeat. I fucking loved this match. 5 fucking stars for me. And I will if I change my mind later, I will make a YouTube short saying that I've changed my mind later. But right now, this is 5-star match for me. I don't have a lot of matches I will say was 5 stars, but this 5-star. The only other ones that are up there for me is Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair at WrestleMania 24. That was. Right. Let me get caught up in chat. I'm late and also missed the show. I'm going to do my best. Cool. Drop ball, hit roast. I will always disagree with you, Cody, on 2 things. On CM Punk and Season 3 of Walking Dead. Yeah, I really enjoyed the fact that he did his old Ring of Honor stuff. Cody, that is a lie. I agree. CM Punk, I wouldn't have gotten it if it wasn't for commentary, so I didn't get that nostalgic feel. Like to say if like the last time I got that little bit of a nostalgic feel is when Shinsuke came back to his old music, or when Jeff Hardy started using no more words. But I'm sure this was like great for everybody. Can't believe I missed this. Oh, by the way, when are we working out? Whenever I get off work tomorrow, it's going to be actually, no, I get off at 3 tomorrow. I thought it closed. I'll text you. MJF is awesome heel, and he does a great job. Yeah, like MJF is the best heel in the game right now. You damn right. He is pulling them old school kayfabe. Punk has been in a dark horse. I don't remember if he has. Pro wrestling isn't what it used to be, sadly. But this, like, I know you don't like CM Punk, but this is pro wrestling done right. This was great. This is what I got into it for. Thumbtacks remind me of my backyard wrestling days. Oh, good God. Carter had a chance to see some good wrestling. New Japan did a show in Seattle. I feel that. Depending on who would have been at that New Japan show, would determine if I would have liked to go. Because if I don't know the name, But yeah, 5 stars CM Punk MJF. The women's match, didn't watch. I did see that they have a new belt. Loved it. Moxley and Bryan. I don't know why. I couldn't get focused into the match, but I kind of held a conversation while watching. So I saw it, but I didn't watch it. But it was probably Jon Moxley's best match he's ever done. Some cool spots. Nothing really notable. There was one moment that I really enjoyed where Danielson went for the stomps. Mox blocked, and they were just kicking the shit out of each other. If it would have been a little faster, I would have enjoyed it more. But just some really good actual wrestling from Mox. Who knew that? You wrestle instead of just beating people with shit like this, and you have good wrestling matches. Who the fuck would have thought it? But yeah, at the end, Brian had the triangle. Yeah, I'm about to win. And then Mox just stood up, flipped over, 1, 2, 3. They're arguing, and I'm like, okay, they're beating the shit out of each other. How the fuck is this gonna end? And I see William Regal running out from just the back, and I swear, I thought he was just gonna run in there, War Games, and walk out. I would have fucking died laughing at that. But I didn't know Moxley and Regal's connection, but I knew Danielson and Regal had a connection. But cool. I haven't cared for Moxley in a long time. But this with Bryan Danielson, if they actually make a team, recruit some youngins, and start just killing everybody with William Regal, take my money. Just take my money. Like William Regal being like the Paul Ellering of AOP, but it's just two guys who can also cut promos and have personality and kick ass. Take my fucking money. But I'd have to give Moxley and Bryan 3.5. But yeah, take my fucking money, William, you sexy bastard. Yeah, then now I have really not much to say about the trios matches. I watched it very light. It makes. I thought the action was good for what it was. It felt more like a highlight reel than a match. I didn't care for the fact that it was basically Butcher Blade, Private Party, Y.O.L.O, Matt Hardy. It was basically 6-on-3 into 3-1. Really? I did like the Sting splash though. I have to go back and record that and send that to my dad, who doesn't watch wrestling but used to back in like WCW days. Like there's the only like photo I've ever seen of my dad actually happy when he was dressed up in the red and black Sting. I'll send that to him. Darby kind of didn't hit the coffin drop all the way. Pin Matt Hardy. 1, 2, 3. 2-star. And then we'll talk about the main event. I'll talk about Ring of Honor. Answer any questions. Then I'll wrap it up. Punk faced Raven in a dog collar match. Oh, okay. Ring of Honor. I don't remember when Punk was feuding with. I don't remember, but I went back and watched it. Punk and Joe, Punk and Danielson. And speaking of that, I saw a really weird match. It was Tyler Black, Seth Rollins, Kenny Omega, and Bryan Danielson back when Kenny was new. And I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it, but if you have time, that was pretty good. It was funny. Regal. AEW's getting Regal is a big deal. He was one of Triple H boys to be released a week in. Yeah, if I'm William Regal, I'm joining AEW. Fuck y'all. I've been there for what, 20-something years? And I've always taken myself as a serious professional, but I've also done every goofy shit that you've asked me to do, from kissing a literal old man ass, dressing up as a woman while still being one of the best technically sound wrestlers on this fucking world, even beating Goldberg in a shoot. But you won't do anything with me? Gave me King of the Ring 1 year, IC title, but then nothing else. Okay, cool. I have respect in the game. I'm a BGM and the best GM. Regal's been the best GM for the longest time now. Undisputed. You can't tell me otherwise. He wasn't overused. He was only there for the serious shit. War Games was his playa, holla holla. And then they fire you because you're friends with literally a son-in-law of the owner. So you got close with family of the owner, and you get fired for it. Fuck you. That was shit. Regal. Regal's. I don't know. Keith Lee had a good debut. Brody Lee had a good debut. Punk had the debut of the century. I don't know. Regal's top 5 for sure. He was good in his prime. WWE firing people who worked with Triple H. Yep. He just. And then the last match, Adam Cole versus Adam Page. I haven't really bought into the build-up. I thought everything was decent. The match went way too long. I believe the final time was 30-something minutes, if my math is correct. But it just did too much. Red Dragon came out and then was chased off by Dark Order. for no reason because Red Dragon didn't really interfere. They literally came out just to leave. I did get another Golden Kyle moment though when he was punching, going back and forth with Johnny Hungy, and then 10 hit him in the back, and he said, "Oh shit," and then took off. Kyle O'Reilly is a national treasure, but too many damn pile drivers, too much damn shit. Their styles just really didn't clash for me. I'd personally give it 3 stars, but I sound like unenthused. I've had a couple of things to drink. I'm sore, and it's 2 in the morning. I have to be up at 8. But yeah, I had so much fun watching Revolution, just from the moments of the ladder match, Kingston and Jericho until the fucking end. MJF and Punk was so worth the $50. Both of them. Nah. Didn't watch the women's, not even gonna lie. The tag team was bearable. The main event is just something I couldn't click with, and Moxley and Danielson did pretty good. Midnight, yes. Alright, now we'll talk about, just because this was special requested by Echo, what I thought about Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor. Well, ow, shit, I'm sore. I just gotta get situated. Oh, shit. So it was last Dynamite, yeah. Tony Khan just comes out. I have a big announcement. And like commentaries building it up. Like, oh my god, Tony only comes out here for serious shit. Is it for serious shit or because the man looks like he's rather on Adderall or just did a line off of off somebody's ass or Big Swole finally laced the blunt they was smoking outside. Oh, he just looks Adderalled out of his fucking gourd. But we have bought Ring of Honor, and someone told me that none of the Ring of Honor guys knew until like that night. I don't know how I feel about that personally, but besides the point, yeah, so not everyone in the world knows Ring of Honor, because like here lately, they've been like barely pulling off numbers to compete with Impact. And you know, AEW's been in the millions. So if you're not in the know, and if you know, you know, but if you know, you know, but you know. Like, if you're not in that know, then you won't know who Ring of Honor is or why that's a big deal. And the reason it is a big deal, not because it's had so many prestigious wrestlers come in, from Punk to Styles to the Briscoes to Pac to Generico, Steen, Joe, Angle, Nakamura. I could go on. And it used to be the hottest thing in the world. That's what got me into Adam Cole and the Young Bucks back when I was stupid. And Marty Scurll. Like, just so many names. And it just was hit with so many unfortunate, like, L's after L's. And nothing they could really do, but still, nevertheless. They go out of business, but a couple years ago, they helped a couple of guys put together just a small show that sold out in 20 minutes, called All Out, which really jump-started AEW. And yeah, they bought them back. And I hope Tony Khan does the honorable thing, and just give it the respect that it really deserves. Because not only does it deserve respect from its lineage, they helped you with your shot. Did I say All Out? Yeah, it was All In. But was it All Out or All In? It doesn't matter. But yeah, there's a lot of people saying that it's going to be used for the NXT version for AEW, which I